shitting me, Lord, and I feel just the same. He speaks his mind about that asinine asshole in our house. Yeah, John Beautiful, he likes to call it out. Yes, he does. Well, there's a blue dot down in Texas, that Texas heaven knew. Well, there's a blue dot family in the USA. And all over this world. Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
How y'all doing, baby? It is indeed Thursday night. It is indeed Thursday night. It's time for a family blue. I almost forgot there, making sure, because I did a video today. I did a rant today, so I hope you had a chance to see that. Anyway, we got really picked up here real fast. We got Joy Peters in the room, followed by Oddly Wired, Dwizzle Snizzle, and then by the time I looked up, boy, it already shot way up there in the comments, so I'm tickled to death that we have so many in the room. Bill Jones is in here. George Murray, who I spoke to on the phone today. How you doing, George? Good talking to you. Teresa Rojas coming in. Linda Douglas and Mega Wet Willie, baby. It looks like most of the family's just right here. Boy, howdy, what a day. What a day. Had to go pick up Rose, and then we had to take Rose to go get her car. So Rose has her car back. Thank goodness for that. So maybe we'll get back on a regular schedule. So we're sorry for being late. But, yeah, it's been a day, baby. So much. I was just, when I got home, because it has been a rather hectic day, I stopped for a moment in there, and we were waiting on Travis and Rose to get back because they were behind me. And so I was sitting out there with Mama just a minute ago, preparing for the show. And on her iPad, she's got Donnie up in Ohio. I think he's up in Ohio tonight. And oh my God, are you shitting me? Are you shitting me? He's got more bullshit coming out of his mouth. You know, the congressmen and senators were briefed on the imminent threat that Donnie used to do the missile strike on Salamani. Well, both Republicans and Democrats, a bipartisan group, said it was a bunch of bullshit, that they couldn't hardly ask questions about it, that they asked for more specific and said that they weren't allowed to hear it. And then they were urged not to debate it, don't talk about it and all that shit. And boy, howdy crap, I'm telling you, yeah, there was no imminent threat. Now tonight at his little rally, he's up there now saying that all our embassies, all of them, that this guy was planning to attack. That's just bullshit. Because earlier in the day he said it was just the Baghdad. They were planning on attacking the Baghdad embassy, and from then till now at his rally, he's out there spouting his mouth about all of the embassies were under threat and everything. He pulls shit out of his ass. And at some point in time, our representatives, our lawmakers, including the damn Republicans, need to take note of his lies, his deceptions, his utter bullshit. This man is trying his best to take us into a war, and the reason is to sidestep the impeachment trial that's coming up in the Senate. That's what this is about, baby. This isn't about anything. This isn't about protecting America and waving the flag and all that bullshit. This is about Donnie creating a diversion like he always does. It's a repeating modus operandi, they say. It's the way he operates, baby. Cause chaos and then run in and save the day. Are you shitting me? I'm tired of his disgusting mouth. I'm tired of looking at him up there talking about the Democrats the way he does up there. It just, you want to know why that we are so adamant to remove his stinking ass, because he is not for America, baby. America is a blend of many people, and Donnie doesn't like half of them. Donnie doesn't want half of them in this country. Doesn't want half of them to vote. Hell, he barely puts up with us in the country. I guess if he had his way, he'd turn his little minions loose on us. That's the way he talks. It's disgusting. And the more that the Republican Party allows this shit to continue, this charade, this obvious, just capitulating all their duty to follow this man. For what? For the love of money? For the stock market? Is that what you're so engrossed in? Or is it just your pitiful position in life, in the political party? You don't want to screw up and be the one. Well, we need the one. We need the one that has balls. Because evidently, there are none in the Republican Party anymore. They're cowards, every one of them, to this man. How far are you going to let him go? It damn near came close, and this ain't over with, baby. You think Iran's going to stop now? There's going to be more to come. Donnie set in motion a series of events that ended with the death of 176 people on an airline that were just trying to. Now, whether that was a mistake, whether the Iranians shot it down on purpose, whether, I don't know. But it wouldn't have happened if Donnie didn't have all the little panty up his ass and wanting to distract from the impeachment, so he wanted to create a big diversion, baby. That's the way I feel. I feel that every one of our representatives in the Republican Party up there in this administration are nothing but a stinking bunch of liars. That includes the president. That includes the Department of Justice. That includes the State Department. Who are we supposed to trust? Donnie's already told us we can't trust them, intelligence agencies, because they're all liars. They're all deep state shit. And now he wants to rely on. He picks and chooses just like everybody else, just like he does everybody else. Unless you're kissing his ass, well, baby, you're just you're scum. You're human scum. That's what he says. And then Doug Collins, congressman out of Georgia, the one that sat up there and make an ass out of himself in the Intelligence Committee, spouting all sorts of bullshit, trying to hide that the fact that their banner holder, their president, is a lying, stinking piece of shit who was trying to run a con on Ukraine. That guy says that the Democrats love terrorists more than we love Gold Star families. Hey, Doug Collins, real, I want to make this bipartisan. I don't want you to kiss the left cheek. I don't want you to kiss the right cheek. I want it to be bipartisan. You can stick your freaking tongue right up my ass, you bitch. That's what he is. Him and that disgusting excuse for a senator they call Lindsey Graham, who thinks that if you even speak about shit, why, you're emboldening the enemy. What a coward that man has turned out to be. Just how far up Donnie's ass do you think that man is? South Carolina has lost integrity as long as you let this little weasel of a man, this little flip-flopper, who can't make up his mind until Putin put his ass in place. That had to be who it was. It wasn't Donnie. I think Lindsey went to Russia and Putin had his ass at a crack. Because all of a sudden, little Lindsey Graham will defend this president no matter what. No matter what. And Doug Collins, he's a scumbag maggot as far as I'm concerned. When you go and you talk on your Fox, are you shitting me? Of course it's Fox. That's where all the little scum go now. They're not interested in press conferences or any damn. Anyway, hello, Belda.
Oh, John.
How are you today?
I'm doing fine.
Me too.
You're hot.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I was sitting out there listening to that disgusting orange turd sitting up there in front of his crowd, and it's just disgusting. It is disgusting that there are people in that audience. It upsets me.
You realize that Lindsey Graham is under investigation from money with love from Russia.
Oh, well, go figure. Go figure. If they start digging, I'm afraid they're going to find every Republican cockroach had their hand out to Mother Russia. I swear that's how deep this shit looks like it goes. Well, I don't know what other excuse they have for degrading themselves, for dishonoring themselves, for making a plumb idiot out of yourself, Doug Collins. Jesus, ain't he a prize? Ain't that a piece of shit? Anyway, how's it going down there in Florida, SC?
It's
I'm
going
sorry.
good.
I'm sorry,
It's going
Velda.
good.
Good.
Go ahead, Velda. Finish what you're supposed to say.
Yeah.
I just got one other question for you. Are you sitting down and holding on?
Yep. Holding on. Let's go, baby. Give it to
Okay.
me.
You know Gates? Gats?
Yeah,
Oh,
Gats. Yeah,
yeah,
Phil Gats.
yeah. Gates. It's Gates.
Gates?
He voted with the House
Gates.
today.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes, Mr. Gates. He's the guy that jumped on his sparkle pony and he ran into Congress. Yeah, from Florida. Yeah, that guy.
And he voted yes with the House to make Trump come to the Congress to get approval.
I see there are several Republicans
Well, yeah.
that voted that
That's-
at the
That's
war
interesting.
authorization. Yes.
I hate that. I hate that little shit. I really do. I hate that guy with a passion. And it
Yeah.
goes beyond his being in politics. Just you could tell he's just one of those guys I wouldn't like either way. I mean, he's
Oh, no,
and
no.
I gotta say I actually drove by the Capitol building a while ago tonight just before sunset,
Right.
and there were people out there protesting, and
Good
it
for
was a
them.
good little crowd, and so I was happy to see that, and so that was cool. But speaking of Lindsey Graham, I was kind of talking about this earlier. Steve Smith, the Republican strategist, where he's not he left the party,
Right.
but he worked on McCain's 08 presidential campaign. But he wrote an article in Rolling Stone.
Yeah.
But if you Google the guy and you go, he I guess the paper's called the Portland Mercury.
Portland Mercury.
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. But you'll go and there's the article there. You can find it. But there's a picture of Lindsey and Trump, and that picture just says every picture tells a story, but that one's worth 1,000 words right there. It's just a look on Trump's face. You can look at him telling he's telling Lindsey something he don't like, and then Lindsey just looks like this beat down puppy dog.
Oh,
But Steve Smith described Lindsey as the pilot fish. One of those fish that swims around.
Yeah.
Big predators.
Sucks off everything else.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
a good
that's
article, but
Typical.
if y'all want to look it up and check it out,
Mm.
picture, just that picture, is tells a story.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Lindsey Graham is just, in my book, he's lost all credibility at all. There's not a shred of dignity left in him or that guy Doug Collins. Y'all saw how he acted in the Intelligence Committee. He acted like a buffoon. And now he goes over there to Fox News, their little Russian TV outlet over there, their propaganda station, and he spouts out shit. That's not all he said. He said, Doug Collins, he said, Dem loves terrorists and Dems love, we mourn Soleimani more than the U.S. troops. This guy's a politician from Georgia. And
Yeah.
it's just, these are people that are elected that are supposed to have some kind of dignity, some kind of resemblance of honor.
Oh yeah, he's just a good old boy shit kicker.
Yes, he's ready to throw red meat out there and make up bullshit lies and just toss it out there.
Really quick, Dad, I know you're on a roll tonight, but we still got plenty of people to introduce in the room.
Listen, we surely do. Thank you. I don't want to get carried away. Bernadette, how are you?
I'm fine, and I'm just as pissed as you are.
I
And he can
imagine,
kiss
baby.
my ass too.
I'm telling you, I want it bipartisan
Lying
too.
sack of shit.
That's all he is.
He's a lying sack of shit. He is a disgrace to this country, and there's 179 people dead because of the shit he did.
That's
Yep.
it. He set that in motion. Regardless of however you look at it, that was the starting point. Now, some people want to say back it up to when the embassy was being attacked there or being protested against, and then back it up to that the attack that killed one of the Americans. Uh, if you keep backing up, it doesn't matter. We can go back to 1979 when Iran took the hostages. You go back that far, you're going to have to back up to 1953. That's when we kicked out the ruler of Iran and installed the Shah of Iran, which did not sit well with the locals. Anyway, it depends on how far back you want to take that animosity, is what story you come up with. But this attack on Soleimani was, in my opinion, nothing but a political hit job, a murder strewed up to help Donnie in the polls and in the problems he has going on. Anyway, let me jump quick and introduce Ben. Have you Ben Stroud?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm doing fine, sir. How are you?
Oh, they didn't get to do my surgery yet on my heart.
Oh shit! When is that happening, or did it already happen?
It was supposed to happen yesterday, but
You remember he tuned in the last
Yes.
time he donated, and
Yes.
he was mentioning to us that he was having heart surgery and stuff. Yeah, we've been thinking about you, dude. So they didn't do anything yet?
no, because all the computers in the operating room went bad.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh shit! Yeah, call it off.
Call it off. Man.
Yeah, let's get that bug fixed. Well, we're
That's
glad
good.
you're with us.
Yeah, the good news is the chief cardiac surgeon is going to be the one doing my surgery.
Oh, there you go.
Good.
There you go. Get the top guy.
Excellent.
I don't want no trainee in here. Get the good guy in here. So,
I got the guy that's got a PhD in heart surgery.
well, outstanding.
outstanding.
Well, we wish you the best of luck with that.
But anyways, John, I wanted to make a little friendly wager with you for this Sunday's game.
betting man, are we?
Oh, boy. Here we
Oh,
go.
yeah.
I got $10 on the Chiefs.
The $10 on the Chiefs against the Cowboys. I mean, against the Texans? They're playing the
Yeah.
Texans. They're playing the Texans. I'm sorry. Yeah.
What do you say?
I'll
Is
take
it-
that
is it a
bet.
deal?
Yeah.
All
We're
right.
not doing any illegal betting, are we?
No.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Let me write that
Super
down.
chat.
Yeah.
It's going to be a good game.
It is going to be a good game, and Mama is looking forward to it. Ben Stroud. Wait a minute, I got to write this down.
So he can remember.
Right, so I can remember. Oh shit, I owe that guy $10. $10
Super
bet.
chat.
And look at that. Old Bat with 2 cats donated $15 through Super Chat and said,
All right.
Preacher Collins is another rapture cultist, along with the Toad Pompeo.
Cat told me so.
Your cat's smart, baby.
Yes,
Your cat
is
knows
very
what's going
smart.
on. And Mega Wet Willie just donated $10 saying, bet the cherry trees in Washington will put off a ton of flowers from all the crap coming from the White House the past 3 years next spring.
Oh,
There's so
man.
much fertilizer going around, it's not funny anymore. It smells up the nation. Old Bat with 2 cats and Mega Wet Willie, baby. What better?
What a duo of
I'm
names
saying
right
them
there. I'm
names
just
are
saying.
y'all work hard on that. I know they come up really good.
And really quick, before we go any further, because Dad, you're on a roll tonight.
I am
John I Fly, how the hell are you doing?
John I Fly. How you doing, buddy?
I am doing great. How the hell are you?
I'm
Great.
evidently on fire. Let's go. Let's burn
I
something.
know.
I just don't want you to. Well, I don't want to miss anybody out here. So
I need the mouse over here.
okay, I'll send you the mouse.
Send me the mouse.
I see, John, that you still haven't forgotten the Cowboys. In case you forgot, they're eliminated.
Yes,
I thought I'd get you
thank
wound
you
up
for
more.
thank you for pointing that out. Stabbing
Hey, I
another
wanted to-
knife in the back. Oh, yes, that's right.
Hey, John,
Yes.
Yeah,
wife, John Fly.
yeah.
Remember when I told you about naughty words on this station?
Yeah. Yep.
Well,
Velda
listen,
has some power
that
there,
is
buddy.
one
Be
of
careful.
If it'll make you feel better, the Eagles lost, so they're out too.
Yeah.
Well, we're all losers
But I
together
wanted-
then.
Yes.
Again, I don't
That's
really care
right.
about sports ball, but I mean,
Yes.
I'll join in on the morning with
Well, you
everybody.
know, this is a serious thing. You know, it's not like world politics or anything. You know, we can sit around here and discuss that all day, but when you get down to the serious shit of ball games, well, there
But I
are
wanted to mention,
preferences.
John, if I may.
Yes, sir.
I was on the last night. I'm a member one of these gay groups, the something the Rose, I forget offhand the name of it, but they mentioned that the Department of Agriculture, the 4-H club, there were some right wing people that were upset because they had on there that the 4-H club welcomes all people and treats them equally, such as with race,
God forbid.
yeah, and God forbid they had sexual orientation and gender identity. Do you know that they pestered them and pushed, and they made them take that off, that they weren't welcome? Can you imagine that?
No, no.
There's the guy
Holy
that
crap.
As long as that kind of shit is sustained in this world, then we're going to have a problem. If somebody is going to decide whether or not you're a good person by what sex you are or what your sexuality is, what your gender is, or anything like that, uh, and I don't want to get too roughed off here. They're stupid.
Pretty shallow.
It is shallow. It's ridiculous. I don't know where they pull it out of their religious beliefs or the way they were raised. Some of these people, it's just you're never going to get it out of them.
No.
Their attitude is so disgusting that it's just. And the sad thing is, they're going to teach it to their kid. They're going to teach it
John,
to somebody else.
I was like you, ranting today. I was flying. I was livid last night. Oh my God! You should just read my page. I was flipping.
Would you have to? Well, good. You should. If you don't fight for your rights, Johnny Fly, who is? And if I'm not standing there behind you, who will stand behind you?
That's why I'm so involved with this Blue Dot. I am so grateful and thank you for having this discussion in this group. You don't realize how many people you're helping by what you're doing.
It's a group thing.
I've been listening to Johnny for a few weeks now, and I think he's a pretty cool guy.
There you go. See? It comes straight from the filthy mouth liberal. So you can't get no higher praise than that right there. How are you doing, Andy?
Thank you.
I am hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit, John.
Yeah, there you go. You just can't get rid of one. You just got to swallow it down, buddy.
That's my love.
You bet.
That literally just made me gag for some reason. Jesus Christ.
Lord have mercy. I'm telling
Thank you.
That's my boy Andy.
There you go.
What's up?
Andy, how are you, really, buddy? You doing all right?
I'm okay, John. Doing all circumstances considered, doing really well.
You know there ain't a person listening out here that don't love your ass.
That's right.
Between you and Jorge, how in the hell else are we going to get any comedy around here?
Well, Jorge's the funny guy. I'm the straight guy. You know how that works.
Yeah.
No, but Andy, you know what you taught me how to say?
What did that teach you how to say, love?
Fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump.
Fuck Trump. Is there an echo in here? I think there's an echo in here. Yes, sir.
I love you, Bernie.
That's what
I love you too, Andy.
The shirt I wore just
Thank you very much.
I was ready for the show.
Trump's 11 more
Whoa.
I was delivering that message out at the gas pump. I had to stop for gas after we picked up Rose's car, and I'm standing out there, and I am proudly putting my chest right out there facing Ayers Street where it runs by. Is that Ayers?
Yeah, that was
Ayers. And about 5:30 traffic, sitting out there proud, baby.
Does your shirt say?
What does it say? It says "fuck Trump." Well, it says F smiley face K Trump.
Hey, John, we were having an interesting discussion in the live chat on Discord before you went live, and I wanted to talk to you about that for a few seconds.
Sure, go ahead.
We were talking about how this year the women's right to choose is going to help the blue wave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in Arkansas, it's now legal in Arkansas for the rapist to sue a woman if she gets an abortion because she got raped.
That's
some nasty bullshit.
Yes, it is.
That's bullshit, and that you combine women's issues with what Johnny was just talking about with the LGBT community.
I know.
These are rights of basic. Our Constitution lays it out pretty clear. We the people, that's all of us, baby. That's all of us. And if you want to practice your religious beliefs in whatever way you want to, that's fine. But right. What's happening is that morality police over there on the right are trying to stick their laws, their religious laws, into the laws of our country, and that's where I get pissed off.
Exactly.
because they disguise it as
Just
religious freedom.
they'll
It's
be
bullshit.
okay.
It's discrimination because they don't
I
like
mean-
certain people.
When we had the separation of church and state, that was the end of separating church from politics.
Yeah. Well, Jefferson said it
Or
himself.
so we thought.
It is essential for the survival of a democratic society that that church and state be separated. That's not a quote, but paraphrase.
Yeah.
That's what Jefferson said. And the further they go with this, disguising discrimination as religious freedom, it only hurts our country, because I've always said that this is going to be a continual battle from the beginning of our country to where we are right now, and it will continue forevermore. And it's a battle for the freedoms and the rights of all of us. If we turn our back, on the transgender group, if we turn our back on the gay group, or what's next, the interracial. Oh, we don't like interracial, so we can't have that and stuff like that. That's bullshit. It's bullshit. That's your personal preference. Fine. Don't marry. Yeah, don't marry out of your race. That's fine. Nobody's gonna fault you for that. But don't pass your judgment on to somebody else. Don't determine when it is a woman can control her body. Are you shitting me? If it was women in there voting, guess what, guys? Your ass would be in a bind. Maybe they'd pass a few lines to.
Blue pills.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, no shit. No more blue
They
pills.
would-
How about
they
we
would
just
be
castrate
moving
your
on
ass
that.
at a certain age? You're no
Shove
more
that
good.
shit
It just
down
causes problems. It's ridiculous.
Well, with my age, it doesn't matter.
All
much
men
anyway.
over 60
Yeah,
have to
that's
have
me.
prostate surgery to
Hey.
correct possible prostate cancer.
Well, I would imagine
There
quite
you
a
go.
few. Please
I'll tell
watch
you
how you
what.
toss it. I'm fixing to have I'm old. It ain't happened to me yet, so knock on wood. Shit.
I
But
tell you what, with as many things as Trump has done to this democracy, it seems like now the Declaration of Independence is toilet paper.
It is to him.
It seems like
It is to him, Ben.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. He doesn't know what it is. He doesn't read it. He doesn't give a shit about it. He wants to be a dictator on the level of Kim Jong Un. That's what he wants to be.
Yes, that's what he wants.
He wants us all to clap and applaud when he speaks. To show enthusiasm for the great leader that he is.
I'm going to do
Well,
some
John-
motorcade. Does that count?
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
telling
John,
you.
he's already starting it. Do you ever notice now when he comes out for his rallies, he's clapping. He's on his way.
Every one of them are like that.
Anybody else see that entrance he made when he
Oh,
talked
yes.
about the
Jesus.
freaking the strike that happened in
The
Iran?
coming
Oh, yeah.
out of the
Hey,
clouds.
Something else. His hair seemed a little oranger, and he seemed to look a little oranger. And I'm serious. I'm not.
I did
I'm
too.
not
I
saying that,
made-
I'm joking.
That's why I was laughing. Dad literally goes, "Is he more splotchy
I
than
did.
usual?"
Today. This one. He seems a little more
Hey,
splotchy today. What's
You
that?
know what? That Adderall, another thing that it attacks is the liver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And people can turn
I think it
yellow and
attacks his
orange
brain.
from use.
Do y'all
Well,
remember
that
that's what I'm
too.
about to say.
Yeah.
That guy was fucked up in a football back.
Do
when he
y'all
came
remember
back.
that big right wing a hole in Texas, Alex Jones?
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, we know him.
Yeah, we know. Oh, Alex.
Alex, Travis
He talks to the president.
No,
Yeah.
SC, don't do that to me, dude. I don't need to do that.
He talks to the president too.
Yeah, you ain't got to do it, man.
Give me a
shit.
minute. Give me a minute.
No,
What?
hey, when I heard
No,
when I-
SC
that
wants
shit
it. I'm gonna
cracks
give
me
it to
up.
him, but I gotta
No,
go
that
across
shit
the
cracks
room.
me up.
What does he got to do?
Well,
They're turning the friggin' frogs gay!
That's what he said. That's the way they said it too.
I had to wake up the whole neighborhood. I had to walk back
That's
for that.
that's funny.
No, you just unclogged my ears. Got it.
Sorry.
That-
Blame SC. He wanted it.
I'm telling you.
Oh
Well,
God, that's
Alma.
disgusting.
That's a good bell.
Sorry.
That one, Travis.
That's a good
Just
bell.
so damn-
That's 32
I
bells.
wish Ben was louder.
John,
He's up as
did you-
loud as he can go, and I can't hear him half 90% of the time.
I'm so damn glad that YouTube shut Alex Jones' channel down.
I
yeah.
am too.
Oh, yeah.
I am too.
Oh, but he's
And-
all over short wave.
What was that, Andy?
I was going to ask you if you got the link that I sent you to the Gong on Amazon. I heard the bell.
No, I haven't received anything from you.
Link. He was
Oh, a
talking about
link.
a link. Where'd you send the link, Andy?
I sent it to John's personal Facebook page, but I'll find that stuff.
Oh, I'll have to look.
Yeah,
I'll have to look in Messenger. Yeah,
they cost little or nothing.
Yeah, we want to get us a gong. I'm gonna have a little bit of an issue with my social media for a while. I had look at there. Speaking, I was just gonna go check my mail and look what came up. So we'll have to fix that later.
Gotta fix that.
My iPad died.
Yeah.
It officially died. It just wouldn't do anything that you told it to do, and so on a desperate attempt, I think, did you reset to?
Yeah, I reset it to factory settings.
Factory settings, which everything I had in there disappeared. It's gone. It's just like I bought the iPad yesterday. The only thing that Travis has saved, I mean, everything, my Facebook page is fine. My music, which was I was very concerned about.
Well, again, that's all linked to your account. You're not going to lose that. We just.
Well, I lost my Boom Beach.
I don't know how that happened. I really don't know how that happened. That was supposed to be
several years on this game, and it's the only game I play. Boom Beach,
and
I was at the highest level, and now it's gone. It's just gone. Now that when I start the game up, it starts with one little old headquarters there and one little old boat. And I got to build my empire all over.
I think I remember that game.
Yeah.
John.
Yes, ma'am.
John, I had that happen to me with Candy Crush.
Oh no.
Only I had the game synced on two different devices.
Right.
And when it happened on my phone and they started me from zero, I almost threw my phone. And I was like, okay, fuck you, Candy Crush. You're off my phone. I delete that shit off my phone. I went straight to my tablet, and I was continued on from there.
Boy, howdy.
Mama. I'm almost at 5,000.
Almost at level 5,000? Oh, Lord. My wife is at level 1,400 and something, I think.
Yeah.
1,400 and something.
I gave up on it.
If my tablet gets sideways, I'm done with those people. I will never.
It's like a drug, isn't it?
Yeah.
You try to leave, but they pull you back in.
No, it's literally the only thing that mellows out my PTSD.
Well, my little Boom Beach, that's my little base, man. That's my little army. I built my little army up. I'd send them out to attack your island, and if they win, they win. They lose, they lose.
Your army got trumped.
Yep, my army got trumped. I'm telling you, it's gone. Yes, sir.
Do you ever follow other senators in other states?
Do I follow them?
Oh yeah.
Like tell stuff that they're doing and everything.
Oh yeah. We try to keep an eye on his money. Especially if we find one committing an "Are you shitting me?" offense, then we like to dig them out and hold up a light to them.
Right. Are you familiar with the newly elected Republican Senator Josh Hawley in Missouri?
No, not too much. What's up with him?
He said he's trying to pass a bill to make it illegal for these pay-to-play games for kids on those phones.
You don't have to pay for them. I've been playing Candy Crush for over 5 years. I never paid for a damn thing on that game.
That's me. I've been playing my Boom Beach forever and never spent a dime on it.
That's the interesting thing there is because they try to pass it off as these loot boxes or whatever. They're claiming that it's a gateway to gambling, and that's what they're afraid of for young kids.
Jesus. When is the fucking spaceship to Mars so we could get rid of it?
Yeah, there's a few we need to load up, baby. There's a few of them that need to be loaded up.
Now,
Doug Collins, I'll be the first one to throw that asshole right on there. Followed by Lindsey Graham.
I'll say this though, as a gamer, there's some instances where I think, okay, well, it's like a scummy business practice, but I don't think it's necessarily gambling, because what is the difference between someone, and this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but I had this conversation with Rose earlier today actually. It's like, what's the difference between me spending $1 or so on coins for some game, or going to an arcade and spending a few dollars on games?
Yeah.
You know,
spending $10 on games.
Yeah.
I miss the arcade.
There is no difference. Okay, this is just another way for them to control every aspect of your life. That's all.
Oh yeah.
And instead of a parent regulating their child while they're on the internet and giving that responsibility to the parent and forcing the parent to take responsibility, just like that idiot that went to El Paso and shot up fucking Walmart and got the weapon from his household. His parents should have been held responsible for that shit. Yeah. Like any of them little bastards that go to school and shoot up a goddamn school. Make the parents responsible for it.
God, I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, how did they get that gun? How did they make? They're pushing the ability.
I am so sick of these fuckers. And if you tell me I can't do something with my damn pussy, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. Really. No shit.
And the horse you rode in on.
And the horse you rode in on. I'm telling you that. But that's, if they can get away with it, they will. And remember, they can get away with it if they have the right number of votes. So
look, the only thing that Mitch McConnell has been doing while he's waiting for articles of impeachment is passing judges.
That's it.
Whether they're capable of sitting on the bench or not, he's passing them. Yeah. And that's his goal. That feckless asshole needs to go. Kentucky needs to get rid of him.
Please.
Yeah, please.
Long.
Did you all know?
Florida Blonde posted something, and I just listened to it. New York is working on disbarring Barr.
To take Barr's good. Yes, take Barr's law license.
Barr needs to be.
I'm telling you, this administration.
And all because of all of the things he's working for, and instead of doing what the Constitution says, and he's agreeing with Trump on everything. Yeah, that's not what a attorney general or an attorney is supposed to do.
No, this guy's not the attorney general for the United States. He's the consigliere for Donnie's empire, for the crime family, for the Trump crime family. He's the lawyer.
He has not cared about this country.
No, and Mike Pompeo, he can kiss our ass, our collective ass also. He's a prick that just every which way you turn this. These people are lying through their teeth. They're hiding information from the American people. They're hiding information from Congress. And how do we expect our Constitution to be upheld if we allow, a dictator to?
Well, hey, John, I got some good news for you.
Oh, we need good news. What?
I heard that Rudy Giuliani is going to be investigated by the FBI.
I hope to run a microscope up his ass. It's
not a fucking microscope. Stick a telescope up his ass.
Shit. It's deep, baby. It's a deep ass. I'm telling you. You think about this. Think of all the people that we know of that before Trump came along had a reputation. They were well-known people, had good reputations, and now you look around. Half those people are gone already. By the wayside. And their careers are in tatter. They left the everybody from General Flynn to General Kelly. They all have that asterisk now. They know who he is.
Hey John, isn't the Republican Party the party of the born agains like Pompeo? He's born again.
He's a born again Christian who believes that certain things happen in Israel for the second coming to come. That's Mike Pompeo. He believes that there was Israel. Certain things have to happen in Israel. He's pumped up about Donnie saving Israel or setting it up for Armageddon. One of the two. And it saddens me because it starts with my basic belief that if you're in your religion, and I don't care which religion it is, if your religion, if you get happy about the thought of blood to the bridle, of watching people get massacred and suffering and dying, I don't give a shit if it's your Jesus wielding the sword or anybody else. If you look forward to that, if you like that, you're a sick individual. You're a sick individual, and you take pleasure in other people's misfortune and pain, and that's sad to speak of you that way.
You
But
know,
I'll
So
tell you what, though, I think that God probably made a mistake when he picked Donald Trump to represent him. Don't you think?
I'm thinking so,
but
but
Christ.
hey, everything Trump touches fucking dies.
dies. And now he
And
was
now he's got his hands on this fucking country and basically the whole world.
if we let him keep up.
I mean, Chet, I mean,
That's why Blue Dots, we gotta go to the polls.
That's it, baby.
And
You
take
better
a
believe
friend.
Everybody.
I told a guy the other day, I overheard him at work talking about, yeah, I hope that guy that wants to legalize weed gets elected. And I said, hey, don't hope. Go vote.
Yeah, don't hope.
So
Vote.
we got bigger issues
Yeah.
than weed getting legalized right now.
Oh,
Hey,
hell yeah.
I'll smoke. I've been smoking weed all my life. I ain't never been busted for it yet. I ain't worried about it right now. And I know if I do ever get pulled over, as long as I don't lie to the cop and I tell them, yeah, I got some weed, I'll probably go home with a ticket. So I'm not really worried about it right now. You know? But yeah, we got bigger issues than the guy wanting weed legal.
Oh yeah.
We,
Most everybody wants weed legal. I get pissed off every time a new state gets it because we're not going to get it down here in Texas. We'll be the last ones. It sucks like and all that. And it's an issue, but it's not the number one issue. That's one of those pleasure issue things. What's that?
You know, Texas and Kansas will probably be the last two states in the union to legalize it because Texas and Kansas are considered Bible Belt states.
Oh, Texas is a big Bible Belt. But my theory on why Texas will be the last one has to do with the border that we share with Mexico. We have an extensive border with Mexico.
That's true.
And the state of Texas, a lot of the drug war money is spent right here. You know, a lot of drug war money got to spend it here and in California, and you know, and the other Arizona, New Mexico too. The border states get them, but we got the biggest border, so we're getting the biggest chunk of money. It's like
So,
a drug,
John,
like any other drug.
Blow down there years ago.
Are you getting a border wall now? Are they building that border wall?
Oh yeah, going up a wall every. Well, I don't know. He ain't built no freaking wall. He's got about a mile or so that they got out of one chunk. Everything else that has been done has been renovation of the old fence. Taking down the old fence, putting up the new wall, but it's new wall. Look at there, it's a wall. Well, it was a fence before, and it's a fence now. You know, that's you know,
Maybe
it's,
they'll put a moat there.
somebody needs to point that out. He ain't building a wall. As a matter of fact, doesn't even talk about the wall anymore. He's got other crises to deal with, other crises to manufacture. You know, it's ridiculous.
I love the fact that somebody went through that one of those brand new wall sections, cut a opening big enough to drive a pickup through it.
Yep. They are,
yeah, I mean, they're going get. You want to get in, you go get in.
Yeah, walls haven't worked for it. You know, it's the Great Wall of China is a tourist attraction. You know, they can fly over it nowadays, and that's where most of it comes from in our country.
It's beautiful.
It's not that our immigration problem doesn't stop. It doesn't start at the border. It starts at the airport.
Yeah.
You know, people come in with a visa, and then they overstay their visa, and then you know, they become citizens.
And they come through ports of entry.
Yes, they do. Yes.
I overstayed my visa and my
Yeah, there are some that cross the border illegally, but you know, I've lived down here just about all my life. I have met them in the brush out when I was a welder. They want water and food, and that's it, and they'll work their ass off for it. That's what always kills me is when I do come across people that are here from Mexico, not knowing whether they're here legally or not. They work their ass off, buddy, and a lot of the people they work for treat them like shit because, you know, if they are illegal, if they're not papered up, that's a little something they can hold over your head.
Yeah.
You know, it's just like the chicken place in Mississippi. You know, they can treat those workers in that plant like shit. Pay them just what they have to force them to work here, there, the other way, no breaks, whatever they want to do, they can get away with. What are you going to do? Complain? You know, that's the business. That's how come I say when I see them raid an ICE raid on a plant, why don't I see the plant manager in handcuffs being walked out the door? The supervisor on the floor who damn sure knows what's going on. How about him getting arrested and putting handcuffs, walk out the door that way? No, they don't do that.
Right.
They don't do
They're
that.
Just as, these immigrants themselves, they're just as guilty. And
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's Andy. Are you on a? What kind of mic are you on, buddy?
I'm on a studio mic. I haven't turned it loud enough.
Not really. Crank it up there a little bit. Come in loud.
Far it up, then. Hold on.
There you go. There you go. I was just having trouble. It's my ears. Probably not your mic. It's probably my ears.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Oh, John, you might have a whack.
Couldn't hear him either.
No. Travis is going to set it.
I'd fire off an air horn.
There you go.
Travis
I can
is
hear
good.
him well.
Can you? I can. It's probably my ears.
Yeah.
It's my every time that
Well, you
Walmart
gotta
commercial. Every time that Walmart
Hey,
commercial comes in for hearing aids, my wife looks over at me.
I get wax impactions myself. Hey, it happens when you get over 60.
I'm telling you.
Crank my
Yeah,
wife,
as soon as I get to 60, I'll worry about that there, John.
All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, we don't have to worry
60
about
was a
that.
long time ago. I remember it well, though.
It gave me a good
Are
laugh.
you working on trying to hit 60 again?
I am working on it, baby. I'm backing up. This going forward sucks. My joints hurt
That's
and all
what I
that
said.
shit, you know. Back
That's
up.
what I
this
said.
crap.
I'm going backwards
Yeah, I
now.
don't want to. Yeah, I always didn't like that growing up crap anyway. You know. No,
There's
I'll
a
be.
couple today
I'll be
that I
67
seen
in a
on-
few days. How about that shit?
Oh, great.
Super chat.
there was a
Incoming super chat.
Ooh, Bernadette, she's on that. How did you know?
Give it 1 minute, it'll show up right here in just a second.
Yeah, we have
On-
future soothsayers. Diane Mallory just donated $5 through Super Chat. Diana, thank you very much. We appreciate that. She's up in our blue room right now, I believe, enjoying that. That's what we encourage our Blue Dot family. If you could download the Discord app and look for the Blue Dot family, you could come on and join the conversation. This is a family like any other family, and you're welcome to come in and use your voice, baby. We can
And
talk.
you'll even get drafted into the main conversation.
That's right. We'll jerk your ass right down in here. Talk to everybody. So everybody, right here in front of God and everybody. Everybody can hear you. I love that shit. Travis is trying to set it up, but I want to get back on schedule with this thing about I wanted to do. I talked to John Lawrence, and I talked to Buddy Davis the other day, along with George Murray today and whatnot. I try to stay in touch with some of our Blue Dots as much as I can. But, yeah, there might be something in the work. I got to call John Lawrence back, or he'll probably hear this. And, yeah, there's some people that would like to collaborate with.
I'm going to be in Buddy's neighborhood on Wednesday.
I mean to tell you.
Think we'll have something up there. He doesn't live too far from me, but I'm just
You ought to jump in your car and go down there and tell him howdy.
may have to make him buy me lunch.
Yeah, we were.
Are you ready?
Yeah. What?
It depends on what you want.
It was. I thought we'd play vote number 2.
Okay.
All right. This is. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. This is vote number 2. It's a song by John H. Lawrence. You can find this at J.H. Lawrence at bandcamp.com. Not at dot.
What?
John H. Lawrence.
If you were to write this stuff down for me, I could put
I
it in
did.
the description
I
below.
did,
No,
I
you
did.
didn't.
Yeah, I
Or
did.
either
It's right
that,
back
maybe
there,
you wrote
wasn't
it down, but you didn't give it to me.
Well, shit, it's right here. Don't you check with the? There you go.
Check with what?
It's
I gotta go through you for everything.
jhlawrence.bandcamp.com or JHL Mystic Studio, Mystic Music at. Just go to the Bandcamp one.
We're not used
We're
to
gonna
that
put the
traffic.
link in.
Have pencils.
We're gonna put the links right here. I got the link right here.
Yes, give that to me after the show.
All right, after the show. Gotta give give him the link. We want to put that link up there, and we want to give credits up at the front with T.W. Travis and John Lawrence for the music they provided at the beginning of the show. But anyway, with no further ado, this is the song Vote Number 2. He had the first song was Vote Number 1. This is Vote Number 2. And that was John H. Lawrence. The song is Vote Number 2. I was sitting here reading the chat, and some people were asking how they can get that music. You can go to jhlawrence.bandcamp.com.
Is that what you're trying?
Yeah.
Give me the piece of paper and I can read it out.
There you go. There's the piece of paper.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it was kind of low, but yeah, I could hear it. I like that.
Yeah,
especially kick the rednecks out.
Yeah, this one, it's got a little more metal sound to it. Like, somebody mentioned The Wall. It has that sound to it. A lot of his songs are a little jazzy. I like them. But this album you can find there at that link. I think Travis is going to try to put up at bandcamp.com. It's $7 for the album, and I think you can buy individual songs. I don't know how he's doing that. But yeah, the album.
Yeah, I'm
itself.
about to put this link in the YouTube chat, and I'll put it in the Discord group. And yeah, it's jhlawrence.bandcamp.com. And there you can find the I Protest album there and pick it up if you want digitally.
Which includes the Blue Dot song that we play at the beginning of the song at the show now. And he's got some other things some other irons in the fire that he's still working on. He is a longtime protester, and it just,
Hell, he might have been one of the guys I passed at the Capitol earlier.
It might be.
He's here in Tallahassee.
And the artwork, everybody said they enjoyed the artwork. That is Thomas Morgan, and you could drop him a line at extremelyolddog@gmail.com. He is quite an artist. I love the guy. He's rehabilitating right now, some medical surgeries and stuff. So Thomas, I hope everything's going well for you, buddy. Keep your powder dry. That's what he always tells me. And but we love his art. We like to share it as much as we can. There we go. And I think Travis has put a link up. Yes.
Hey, John.
Yes.
Have you ever heard any songs by Green Day?
Green Day?
Oh, God, yeah. I'm curious. Have you heard any songs from Green Day? Do you know who Green Day is?
No.
Okay, I figure not.
Nope. I got to be honest here. Nope. No. What is Green Bay?
They got this song called American Idiot, and you know what it's describing? All the Trump supporters.
There you go. That's not...
You've never heard that song before?
No, I haven't. You know it?
Yeah. I don't want to sing it on the air for copyright reasons, but yeah. It's been around since early 2000s.
Oh, no shit.
If I'm not mistaken, it's either a video or something that I seen them do. It might have been like they had a concert on one of the music channels, but they were playing that song. So it was either them playing that song live or the video. But this is way before Trump come into office, because this song goes back for that. Wow. But I think one of the pictures in that video or whatever it was like Trump, But yeah, I definitely know the song and I know the band. So of course I'm in that era that they come out right in my early 20s. So they were one of those rebellious bands.
That's not an excuse for me.
Yeah,
I'm one of these people that I remember the song distinctly, but if you ask me who wrote the song or who played the song, a lot of times I don't know. Most of the time I know who it is, but not always, because I'm one of them people that pays more attention to the song than who's playing it.
If I'm not mistaken, Green Day is in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Oh, no
yes,
shit.
I believe they are.
I think they were put in a couple years ago, and they've only been around since the '90s. So yeah, they're like a punk band from California, but their music has evolved since they first come out, and they actually do have great music. So I wouldn't imagine you knew of them, John.
I don't think Dad would like them either. I don't think Dad would like them either. I think they're pretty good. They're I'm not.
Well,
I'm just now getting into.
Maybe I would.
No.
Well, I don't have any of their music downloaded.
Right.
I can say that. I mean, if it's on the radio, I'm not turn the channel.
Yeah. That's where I am too. Yeah, I like that kind of metaphor. I don't have their music downloaded, but I don't mind them. So I can listen to them and enjoy it. So.
Well, it's our music, and that's how come I was so scared about my iPad. I could lose a lot of stuff, man. I just don't want to lose my music.
Yeah, that's me. I don't want to lose my music, definitely.
My cousin went to a Green Day concert a couple of years ago, and just before they played the song "American Idiot," Billy, the lead singer, said, "Fuck you, Trump."
No shit.
Makes sense. Yeah. I'm happy to hear that too.
Yeah. Well, there's more and more people that stand up and say something nowadays, and especially in the entertainment field.
Well,
it's why I do it.
Back.
No, it ain't. I do it because I hate the sucker. Anyway.
Just out of curiosity, why didn't Jeb Bush beat Trump? Why didn't he beat him?
Well, because Donnie has this magical thing called "I'm going to call you a name," and he just lies. He's just a constant lie. Travis, let me know. Paula J just donated $5 through Super Chat. Paula J, we appreciate it very much. Every dime we get goes to keeping this thing going, so we appreciate it tremendously. I need the arrows.
Shoot, Jeb Bush would have been a major improvement over Trump.
Yes, Any one of the Republicans that were standing on the stage when Donnie was
Yeah, would have been.
yeah would have been a whole lot better than what we got. Oh no shit! What are you eating?
I'm starving, so I'm eating mom's beans and stuff.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the last one that was standing, John Casey. I
John
think
Kasich,
if I had to had any Republican, I would have took him.
Yeah.
But I mean, he was the only one that stood in there and hung to the end. So he put up the fight, but he didn't bow down to Donnie.
He is still making the rounds as a pundit on. I see him on CNN. I've seen him on MSNBC and other places, and he does. He's still talking. He's walking the line as a Republican. He was the governor of Ohio. A lot of people like John Kasich. Out of everybody that was on that stage, I used to say John Kasich would be the only Republican up there that I felt comfortable with.
Yeah.
The rest of them. But the reason that Donnie beat every one of them is because Donnie's this tough guy shit that just lies through his ass, makes up a name, and sticks with it. He's still calling Elizabeth Warren Pocahontas today. He doesn't give a shit what your feelings are or what he says about anything. He doesn't care. And
I'm still calling him a dumb son of a bitch.
That's what I call him. I call him lots of names every day. What's that?
He's an idiot that just got 179 people killed.
Yeah. We have to, and this is just this chaos, darling. Looking back at 3 years of this shit.
I just have to let the family know that on that night that he was sitting there and so-called drawing back and cooler heads prevailed and all the rest of that bullshit. I want you to know Putin's ass was in Syria with Assad.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he was.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah. Yes. There's another visit.
The same night that everybody's saying, "Oh, World War III is about to start," and the night the plane went.
Yeah. Well, it really sucks that happened to those people. And I was listening to earlier one of the aviation analysts on CNN, and really that plane should have never took off. It should have never left the airport at the time for what was going on. It should have never left. I mean, they kind of put them people in danger too.
As I understand it,
yes, they did because they knew that rockets were flying that night.
Well,
yeah.
Actually, it's actually been reported because this happened about 5 hours after the missile launch. This plane was shot down 5 hours after the missile launch. The sad thing is, evidently, there were 26 other flights that took off. That landed at that airport.
Oh, really?
Yes, that's what I read on the news a while ago. I can't remember where I read it, but there was 26 flights that had landed there, and this was I don't know if it's the only departure, but there was flight traffic in and out of that airport hours after that missile launch, and why this particular aircraft, who are the guys operating the system? Usually there's just a couple of lower ranked individuals and then a couple of NCOs. And
y'all remember when we attacked Syria?
Yes.
When we attacked Syria?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know why Putin didn't attack us at that time? Because Putin's got Donnie in his back pocket.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh yeah. Donnie, Putin is who Donnie works for. Nancy Pelosi said it best: all roads lead to Putin.
Roads lead to
all
Russia.
of them. Everything Donnie does has some impact on Russia, and it benefits
Absolutely.
Russia. So yeah,
I honestly think if we don't go into World War III, I think it's going to be USA and Russia versus the whole world.
well, I don't know. You have to look at the Russian military. It is no comparison to us. Now, right now they're testing this hyper missile. Supposedly, we working on a hyper missile. Pretty soon, everybody will have a hyper missile, so it won't mean shit. Everybody just kill each other faster. The world that they're trying to live in is a world that just will end up in destruction of everybody. of apocalyptic world where
Yeah.
electricity was a thing that you heard about. It's in books, or some shit like that.
Like Mad Max shit.
Yes, Mad Max world. That's what I call it. That's where some of these people want to take it, and we can't get there like that. We're not going to survive as a species, as a planet.
No.
We're going to
We need
die
to
off
learn
while we're
anything
trying to
else.
kill each other. That's what's so pitiful with this shit. There's perpetual war everywhere, damn near, and it's just it's eating away at this soul of this planet, and we're gonna kill it. What's up,
John, do you remember? Do you remember back in the '80s when we had the Minuteman missile accident and
Yes.
we almost
Yeah.
started a war?
Yes. Well, y'all, we can't forget. When you say, how can the Iranians shoot down their own airplane? It was not that long
Yep.
ago that the United States shot down an Iranian jetliner during operations during high tensions in the Gulf. Uh, we admitted it. We apologized for it. We paid we paid money to the families. Thank you. Yeah, we did that. We did that. It was a mistake. It was we locked on and fired on an aircraft that we identified as an approaching threat, and yeah, we blew it out of the sky. 190 some odd people, I think it was. Look
You
it
know,
up.
John, I just think a lot of times these people don't think before they do. They get so impassioned over their feelings or whatever they want to do, and
Well,
it's
it's
like
when
screw everybody else.
it's when tensions are high. The same way when we shot down the Iranian airliner, tensions were high between the two. Everybody's got their finger on the trigger, and I assume that that's what happened here. Is that everybody is on high alert, looking for something to shoot.
Trump
Bernadette, go ahead.
killed that. If Trump had not killed that general,
Right.
none of this shit would have happened.
No, that started the series of events that led to this shooting down, regardless of how it happened. It was a series of events because of the atmosphere created by his dumbass move to try to keep his ass out of the news for impeachment and put his ass in the news as being the guy that saved America, which is what he always tries to do. It's bullshit. We all know
I'll
it's
tell
bullshit.
you what I'm more worried about. I'm more worried about the Iranians that are in America right now because they're gearing up to do
This
something.
this is not over. Anybody thinks that this is over after Iran?
Oh, no.
No, they work through
No.
proxies, baby. It won't be the. I mentioned it the night it happened. That the one thing that really stood out was that these missiles that they fired at those bases were fired from inside Iran. There was no mistaking what it was. That's not the way Iran works when they do a mission. When they do an attack, it's usually through a proxy, so they can say, "Hey, look at there, it wasn't us. Talk to them guys over there." That kind of bullshit. That's the way they've always done it. That's probably why that general was in Baghdad, was to talk to the troops there to try to make up something on the embassy. Maybe there's a lot of things that could, but it wasn't imminent. They don't have any details of anything. Go ahead.
Didn't they call and warn Iraq that they were
Yes.
going to fire the
Yes,
missiles?
yes. Iran called Iraq, and as a matter of fact, by the way, thank you for saying that because I want to say this in the show. So when my cousin George over in Switzerland sees it, knows. My cousin George wrote in there that I should be proud of my Swiss heritage, which I am. My family originates in Switzerland. There are still Britavos that live in Switzerland. There's a mountain valley over there that says the name Britavo on it. The whole 9 yards, migrated down to Chile, and then from Chile up to Canada, and Canada down to down to the United States. I'm very proud of my Swiss history. The Swiss were involved in discussions between Iran and the United States. So there were discussions going on between the two countries in the Swiss embassy. So, we can posture all we want, but they're talking to each other. Nobody wanted to start World War III. Donnie wanted to do this to get his ass out of a crack. And we pumped up, and he said, well, if you threw anything, we're going to destroy your country. 52 missiles, all that kind of shit. We're going to hit cultural sites, all that threat shit, which he had to walk back. And but he put himself in a position where, I'm serious, I think somebody must have got to his ass the night the missiles were fired, because Donnie's first thought would be to fire back into Iran, and there we go. So I'm glad whoever it was, and however that happened, because it wasn't him, his wisdom.
Maybe it was his butt boyfriend, Putin. They called him and
Maybe
said, "Hey,
so.
I'm gonna be over here in Syria. Don't
Maybe,
do nothing
yeah,
tonight."
yeah. Don't be putting.
Hey, John.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Can't hear Bernadette.
Yeah, Bernadette, you're coming in a little weak, dear.
I'm sorry, I'll leave.
No, come back.
Yeah.
Come back.
Hey, Putin is Trump's other ass cheek.
He's what?
He's Trump. He is Putin is Trump's other ass cheek.
Yeah, yeah.
They're like
He's right in
the
the
guy at
sweet
work said that
Yeah,
to me
he's
one
right
time.
in
He
the
said,
middle
"Those
of it."
two guys are together. They're like two ass cheeks stuck together." It's the truth.
And we have to ask ourselves, as reasonable people,
No,
really.
wait.
What-
I'm
what-
gonna give Thomas something to think about.
Okay,
You
go
know
ahead.
that picture that you put up that Thomas had his arm up the elephant's ass?
Yes, yes. I know which one you're
Putin's
talking.
got his arm
Yep.
up Trump's ass.
Yep, he's working his mouth. That's what Trump is to Putin. He is a useful idiot, is how he describes him. He's a useful idiot. He's going to use him as much as he can. And
One.
go ahead.
I'm sorry, John. I mean, but I remember remember when Putin and Trump met and Putin handed him the soccer ball.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
Well, they just had the World Cup over in
Helsinki.
Russia. Yeah, they just had the World Cup in soccer over in Russia, and not only did he get a soccer ball, but he got a little copy of the World Cup trophy, and that thing for a while that thing sat on the little mantle or whatever it was behind his desk in the Oval Office, and I always used to see that, and I was like, "What the hell is that little trophy?"
Yeah, it's a
doing
bug.
there?
He had that.
It's a
He
bug.
had to
But
hand
yeah,
it
Yeah.
to
I have,
Ball.
yeah,
He had it.
but yeah, I mean, he's got that fucking World Cup little trophy that Putin gave him, just sitting up there on the little mantle behind him in the Oval Office, and I'm thinking,
He's
to
proud of
myself,
that.
Man,
He's
what's that?
proud.
What's that? Is that thing tapped? What?
Well, who was that guy?
Of course it is.
I would think so.
Because
They can hide
he gave
those
him the
things.
soccer ball, but I didn't see him give him the trophy. But all of a sudden,
But
this
hell,
little
right after
trophy's up on-
he fired Comey, he invited the Russians. What's his name?
Oh yeah, the
Yep.
next day.
Yeah, next day he had him in
not
the
too
Oval
long
Office.
ago,
buddy.
he's had them in the office.
Yes, they've
Just a
had
few
plenty of
weeks ago.
opportunities to drop a little bug in there somehow. You don't know where the technology is nowadays, how precise it is, but I damn sure bet it's pretty good. But that was the first time we ever had Russians inside the Oval Office, and he thinks nothing of that. Now, if Obama had done that, holy
Oh,
shit, they would have gone off the world, off the cuff, man. They would have they would have hung him if he would have invited Russians into the Oval Office.
I am so sick of if Obama had done that shit.
Yeah, I am
I
too.
am so sick of that shit because there is nothing that this man has done that Obama would have done.
No,
Holy
Not
shit,
a
Ernie, you're
goddamn
back.
That's what-
thing.
when I-
Obama had
Exactly.
one thing
Amen.
that Trump doesn't have:
Integrity. Integrity,
Yeah.
honesty,
And
a
see-
wife that didn't pose naked for everybody. He's got a lot of things that Trump will never
Okay.
have.
About half a billion.
And one
That
thing
is.
about a lot of these Trump supporters is how he got them was they were people who were still in shell shock over a black man being president,
Yeah.
Exactly.
and they just
That
and
is
they
where
just
it was
hated
born.
that shit so much.
And this is why we have Trump in the first goddamn
and
place.
those are the
Yeah.
people
Because a
that you
black
see.
man, for the first time in America's 400-year history, including all the time that they held the black man down as slaves,
Yes.
was the
Yeah.
president of this country.
Yeah.
In the house that slaves built.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know
it
that.
is true. It is
Yeah,
true.
there-
It
and
is
there's still there's many of them that
Fuck
are the hell.
Trump.
Fuck Trump. I'm with
Still,
Bernadette.
they're still
Trump,
in shell
right.
shocked over this
Yes.
shit. It doesn't matter.
it is-
who-
it is
they're
not-
They need to
being-
get
We're
the
not there
fuck
yet.
over it. See, that is the problem of this country, is that all these old-ass white men that are in positions of
Yeah.
power, not just in our government, But in corporations and all
in
the
corporations
rest of
in
this
our
shit,
society,
it's
yes.
hating the fact that the browning of America is about to smack them in the face in about 20 years, and they can't
You
do
hear that
nothing
passion, baby?
about it.
Y'all
And
hear
you know
that
what
passion?
else?
Yeah.
Their
That's
own
the passion.
daughters and sons are going out and fucking black and brown people and making little black and brown babies, and they hate that shit.
We'll make more, baby.
Yep.
Make more.
John.
That's what I
Thank
say.
you.
Make more.
By the way,
Too bad, too sad.
Yeah.
Life goes on and the old die.
That's it.
I
Andy,
love
Yep.
Bernadette's
I can't
passion.
wait
I
till
love
these
her
old
passion.
feckless fuckers die off of this planet. Good riddance.
she's
And we
not.
got-
She's
we
not
got,
talking
you
about
know-
us, Andy. Go ahead, Andy. What were you
I was
saying?
gonna say,
No.
I was just going to say,
No.
John,
I'm
speaking
talking about
of
that
Trump,
old ass bastard in the White House.
Yes, baby.
right.
We know who you're
Excuse
talking
me,
about.
Andy. Go for it. Go for it, Andy.
I was just
Back
going to
me up,
mention,
bruh.
speaking of fucking Trump, I still have stickers.
Oh, I'll have to get some more.
Oh,
Hey, well, you know,
the fuck
like
Trump
Whitney
stickers?
Houston said,
Yes,
Whitney
sir.
Houston
I still have
said,
a shit
I
ton.
believe the children are their future. I believe that the children are their
Well,
future.
they are.
You know,
They are.
these kids have gone through all, like, especially gone through these school shootings and shit. They're you know, I have faith in these kids. That
I do.
they're
I
gonna
do too. I've seen a lot of
save
movement.
this
We've seen
country.
it. You know, swell up after the shooting down in Florida at Marjorie Douglas
Yeah,
Stillman.
Stallman,
yes.
yeah. But-
It started a rise there, and it latched on to the family from Sandy Hook, and it builds a
Yeah.
wave with every shooting that came. It builds that wave builds a little bit bigger because people are tired of this shit. People
well,
are
the
we
thing
had-
too.
yeah.
The thing
I got to
too
jump
is
out of the
that
lineup. I'll catch you.
they have the young people today have far-sighted vision, and that's good. Where
Yeah.
the idiot in the White House is short-sighted. Whatever is good
Yeah.
for him, me, myself, and I.
I think we're facing a party that has sold itself out to the devil for money. This stock
Yeah.
market,
Yep.
they got a big tax cut. They're doing wealthy. You know, everything's going rosy for them. While we watch the other half of this nation, the lesser of us, of which I'm one, wilt away, baby. You know, poor and hungry. Keep you poor and hungry.
Yeah.
Needing a
Hey,
job.
John.
Yeah.
I got something interesting that a lot of people probably didn't realize about his stupid border wall.
Tell me something about his wall. Did I miss
Okay,
something?
if you think about it for a second, okay?
Yeah.
The Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, and California. Okay, he puts a
And
border
don't
wall.
forget Colorado.
Yeah, don't forget he's building a wall in Colorado too. So yeah.
Wait a minute,
Sorry.
Colorado doesn't touch Mexico though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah,
they,
tell
it's
tell
a-
him that.
they're trying to protect them for the
Anyway,
people
okay.
over in Kansas.
Okay, so anyways, you put the border wall down there. What's to stop them from coming in through Louisiana and Alabama and Mississippi and Florida?
They don't.
Yeah,
They fly right
Yeah.
in, baby.
The ocean. Mexicans can't swim.
Yeah, yeah, that's
can
true.
get on a
It's
boat,
physically
though.
impossible. Look it up in the encyclopedia. Hispanics cannot swim. You'll find it in there, page 452. Are you
Yeah, but
shitting
they
me?
can get on. They can get on boats just like the Cubans did.
Only
Hey, did-
they come
When
through
did
the
we-
ports
when-
of they come through legal ports of entry.
Yes, they do.
This man is fucking delusional.
These people are
Every
asking
fucking
for asylum. The
leaf
one that we're
there
talking
on his
about
head.
are coming because the violence and the unrest down in Central America, of which we could do a whole lot more for if we didn't have a bigoted asshole up in the White House. He doesn't want to
Exactly.
give any money down there to help stabilize Honduras and El Salvador and whatnot. They do have a problem down there, but there's a problem that we could help address. Donnie is an isolationist. Donnie wants the United States to take care of the United States, or that's what he says. You know, just like he said he wanted to bring all the troops home from the Middle
what
East,
the
and
hell was he
we're shipping
asking
over
NATO
more now,
for?
baby. You know, there's nothing that this man.
What the hell is he lately asking NATO for? What is he asking NATO
He's
for?
he's asking NATO now to become NATO NATO
Why?
Middle East, because it's good for Putin, I guess, because he doesn't know what he's talking about. Bernadette, he's pulling shit out of his
Oh,
ass. When he said that, nobody else in the world had ever
No.
heard of anything
No.
ridiculous.
It's more like shit.
There's
drips
not going to be
out
the
of
North
his mouth.
North Atlantic
Every
Treaty
time he
Organization.
opens
That's NATO. This was an organization born from World War II, and it is not going to migrate into the Middle East. These
I
are
wonder-
European nations that bound together. And,
I
and
wonder how many times Lincoln rolls over in his grave every time Trump lies.
oh well, let me tell you, tonight he must have been rolling good because I told you I was watching him in Ohio. Go
I
ahead.
have a message from somebody in the chat, Miss Nomad.
Uh-huh.
She asked that this be repeated. He's an orange, thin-skinned, authoritarian, narcissistic, delusional dictator wannabe.
I believe that would be correct, Miss
There you
Nomad.
go.
Did y'all see his tweet about the stock market today?
Oh no, what did he say today
No.
about this? What is it? The
Okay.
grandest thing that ever?
Well, no, okay, well, you know, you got 401ks, right?
Right.
Everybody knows 401ks.
Everybody's
okay,
got
well,
one.
Here's what he says.
We
Stock
wish.
market at an all-time high. How are your 409ks doing?
409k. There you go. There it is in a nutshell.
70
Get your 409ks out. You're making
80%,
tons of money. You don't
90%
even know it. Can't even find it. That is the
And so
ignorance of Trump.
everybody was going off making fun of that shit. Yeah, because I mean, and a lot of people were going off because you know the 409 cleaner. They
Yeah.
were making tweets about. Oh, is that?
Oh, there you go.
it's-
Yeah, 409. Yeah, invested 409. Boy, howdy
Oh, he
shit.
brought that up first.
Uh.
The Trump brought that up first.
Because he's a fucking idiot.
There you go. Gail Dunn says she got her Social Security check with her $20 a month more increase, a wonderful cost of living increase. Now you can go to Vegas there, girl. Hit the road, baby. That $20.
Don't spend it all
That's
in one
what, you know,
place.
they give you Trump change and they expect you to be proud of that. You know, $20 extra a month, who's going to turn it down at this point, down at this end? You know, it's a joke to the upper class. Oh, look at there. We're getting $20 there. They're just tickled to death. You know?
That's actually called Trump change.
Yes, Trump change. That's exactly what it is. Thank you, Annie. That gets a bell. Yeah, this world that he lives in is not our world, baby. We don't live there. None of us, I would
know where
imagine.
the hell this dude lives.
Yeah,
Shit.
yeah. It's not in our world. He lives in fantasy land in his little head, and it's dangerous up there. He's a maniac, and he's going to cost lives. He's going to cost
he's
treasure.
still in a. I
Huh?
think he thinks he's in a TV show.
Yeah.
Well, that discussion was
Well,
going
that's-
on today over on
West
Progressive
Wing.
Radio about that's how he wins, is because he approaches it like a reality TV show. He's out there at that rally in Ohio tonight, pitching that bullshit that he does. What I was going to say is he was out there tonight talking about how he beat Reagan. He beat Reagan. Isn't that something? I beat Reagan. I'm more popular than Reagan. He said it like 6 or 7 times and then threw in, well, you know, they didn't take polls back then, but, you know, they say I'm more popular than Lincoln. What do y'all think? I'm more popular than Lincoln? Yeah, I think so. I guess everybody thinks I'm more popular. Are you shitting me? That's what he does.
He's
Yeah.
not as popular as the fucking Lincoln I jumped 30 years ago.
No shit.
Yeah, you know, he's just talking about he still thinks he's in a TV show. Yeah.
Yes.
That book, you know, everything Trump touches dies. It's kind of it's serious, but it's a really funny book. And his Rick Wilson's humor in it. And there's like this. He has this thing between chapters where he's like talking about recovered transcripts, and they're all just made it, you know, just funny little stories, and they're all like the following transcript was provided by WikiLeaks in the fall of 2024, and there's like one he's got going, it's intercept number 4, and it's like he's talking to Hope Hicks, you know,
Oh, Hope
and everything he's saying to a quote from like out of the movie.
I'm
It's just
telling
like,
you,
no, Mr.
there's a list
no,
of
Mr.
characters.
President, that's from When Harry Met Sally. No, that's from Notting Hill.
There you go.
I'd read it to you, but I don't want to bore y'all.
Yeah, no, it's probably serious shit.
It's
tell you
funny
what.
as shit.
I'll tell you what,
John.
Reagan was a choir boy compared to Trump.
No shit.
Oh yeah.
And
So,
Reagan,
John.
I point to Reagan every time I look at all this shit, from the religious right entering into politics, trickle down economics.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of shit that Reagan did, and that started a lot of shit. But Donnie is capitalizing on that right now. Anyway,
John.
yes.
So do you think now he's having all these rallies? What
Right.
do you think his chances are truly of getting reelected? You think he's going to pull it off or no?
He has a possibility, and
chance.
none of us can think anything else. If one of us out there starts thinking, I ain't got to go vote, he's going to, you know, we're going to win anyway. No. We need every vote. This is the most important. That's the whole reason for this show, for this family that we have grown, is to spread that word out that not a one of us can take this shit for granted. We watched him win. None of us thought he would win. Not a single one of us out here had confidence that that man was going to win. We all knew Hillary was going to win. So never underestimate. He has been campaigning ever since he got sworn in. He was back out on the campaign trail.
Presidential election in our lifetime.
Yeah, and it just screams today of this little thing that comes out that Mnuchin is holding back the budget for the Secret Service, the records for the Secret Service, how much the Secret Service has spent covering Donnie until 2021. Does that smack a little bit of some shit? They're trying to hide that number because Donnie made it such a big deal during the campaign. I won't leave the White House. I'll be doing the people's business. Look at Obama out there, golf. How much that costs? It costs. They ran that clip of him running his freaking mouth like that, and now they don't want to release those because it's going to be a staggering fucking amount. The man is bleeding this country dry on his golf trips. Go ahead.
I think we was talking about this earlier before we got in the chat, and I think Ben was there, and I think Velda was there too. But if he does get reelected, the only thing that we can hope for is that we take the Senate back and we get control of the House and the Senate. That's the only thing.
Mitch McConnell has got to go. He really does. To save this country, Mitch McConnell. Kentucky has to bind together and vote his ass out. That's the way it works in this country. It's down to local politics at that point. That's how come every one of us needs to be involved and informed. Because it informs, I met a lady just the other day at the gas station. I was talking about the Blue Dot thing to the cashier who already was knew of it. And the lady in the line, what do I wonder? So she signed up. Next thing I know, she's on Facebook trying to friend me. On that note, anybody trying to friend me right now, I'm at 5,000. They won't let me accept anybody new, but that number does occasionally. Every once in a while, I guess I piss somebody off. So there's always a spot that comes open sooner or later. But I noticed this lady. I met her in line.
That's why you need to really focus on Twitter because at the very least, you can have as many followers as you want, and I think you can have as many followers on Facebook. But the thing is it's more streamlined and easier to use than Facebook, honestly. I mean, to me it is. I don't know.
I would definitely love to see more of you on Twitter, John, because I keep a Twitter, and mainly I don't really tweet a lot, but it's just I get a laugh out of it.
Well, the only thing I really tweet is I post my videos there, and of course we're live on Periscope. But I don't know. I just.
Here's the thing: you're that much closer to the action because that's where everybody's fucking tweeting. I know. Because that's how where we are in politics now.
There's a lot of. Here's a thought.
What's that?
It's what Trump does.
I know it.
Yeah.
I know it. Well, it wasn't that long ago you was griping at me for responding to Trump and telling him to kiss my ass. Because I did that for a long time, and then you said, Dad, you shouldn't be doing that. They're going to get mad at you. You're going to lose it. Yeah, you did.
I've never mentioned that
then
about
I'll
tweeting
go back to
Trump.
telling him, fuck off. Because I do.
I've mentioned that
when I get on
Trump.
Twitter, that's usually where I go. I go see what he does, and then I respond to something he says.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't even look at all that stuff.
There's people on there that I follow. There's people on there that I follow that will mention something, and then next thing you know, it's actually like as far as news is they got like a heads up on, and next thing you know, it happens. And some of these people go by crazy names. They go.
Speaking of crazy names,
they could be anybody.
I'm gonna ruin some of these names, and I know I am. The first one is going to be the hardest one because all three of these people just recently subscribed to our YouTube channel, and the first one is I'm Mary Ott4. I'm Mary Ott4. I'm Mary Ott4 has subscribed to YouTube. I tore it up. I'm sorry. And Rubeno Perez Cuerdas has subscribed, and Zach McComb has subscribed. We thank you all.
Thank you guys.
All three.
Dang.
We're trying to get those numbers up. So if you haven't, zip over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel.
It's free. It's that red button down there.
Yeah, press that button down there.
If you already clicked that button,
it's right.
Don't click the button.
It's right down there.
Good. You
It's
can
right
hit that
down there.
thumbs up button,
And-
though. That'd be great.
Yeah, hit the thumbs up button, and if you're so inclined, and subscribe to the channel. It goes a
I
long
know.
way in helping us.
We got
Hey, by the way,
134
John.
watching
Yes.
right now. We should have 134 likes.
You did mention my you pronounced my name right the first time you mentioned. I was impressed because a lot
Did
of
I?
people mess it up. It's Yunel. Yes, you said it
Yunel.
right the first
Oh, yeah.
time.
Well,
Yes.
I get lucky every once in a while,
Yeah.
but I don't.
Yeah.
I tell people don't take offense. Look at my name. Think of how
Well,
many.
yeah.
Think of how many times
By
I've
the-
been called that shit.
Bride
Bride
Vox.
way-
backs. I've been called
Well, if
bride
you-
backs so many times. So many times.
By
Well,
the
if
way,
you-
I'm gonna send you. I'm gonna send you a little thing about Schuylkill Haven. I have it here. I have the envelope written out. I just got to put the.
Put that
Stamp
stamp on
on
it,
it.
baby, and send it out. We love to get mail from anybody. We enjoy getting all our Christmas cards. If you want to mail us anything, the address is Post Office Box 260070, Corpus Christi, Texas 78426. And
Now, do you accept a check, John?
yes, we do, and we appreciate that. If you do send a check, please make it out to John Bridevo, because the bank
I
doesn't
will.
know what to do with a blue dot in Texas. They just look at you and go, "Oh, sorry, buddy, you can't cash that."
So you don't want me to make it out to Travis?
You could make it out to Travis. Travis,
That would be a first.
yeah, his name is John Bridevo.
Oh, great. Yeah, let's put that out there.
Yeah,
So
go ahead and make it out to him.
So credit debt collectors love to fucking call me because
sorry,
I'm
son,
not a
I'm
John
sorry.
Bridevo Jr.
Yeah,
And the only thing differentiating,
they got your
which is
name.
weird
Oh,
to
that's
me
close
because
enough.
we're
He's got to
age-
know him. Call him.
Our age gap, our birthday, our middle names are not the same.
No.
But all they pay attention to is the first and last name. So
We took
Hey,
care with our
Travis,
kids'
I was,
name.
I was looking for gray hairs in your head, so I didn't see any yet.
they're there.
Yeah, he
They're
tells
there.
me they're there. I don't believe his
They're
ass.
there and it's thinning. But I
Yeah.
mean, it is what it is. It's fine.
That's what I say every
I
time
want
I
to give a
stroke this
shout
beard.
out.
Give a shout out there.
Go
Go ahead,
ahead.
Velda.
John.
Go ahead.
I want to give a shout out to Granny Jen.
Yes.
I think she's probably watching on YouTube or someplace.
Well, Jen,
We're glad
darling,
to
we
see
miss you.
on,
Go ahead.
but we miss you in the show, and we hope you're feeling a whole lot better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We hope so, Jen.
And I hope you're punching
Yeah, slapping.
online
Slap
flat earthers,
baby.
still.
I'm sure she is
It's my
filling that
inspiration
void.
for every day. I'm thinking, how many flat earthers has Jen
I
slapped?
think Jen's heavily involved in internet groups and whatnot, so we hope she's staying busy there.
Yeah. We
I
haven't heard
but-
from her all year.
But Jen, yeah, we haven't
Yeah,
heard
for
from you
all
all year,
year.
baby. That's it, Jen. You're listening. It's been a year, darling. I think you could stop by. We would appreciate it.
Yeah, I
Anyway,
was watching Matt and Randy last night, and he was whacking the heck out of a Trump doll.
oh,
just
one
you
like
do.
this? Did it look like this?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good thing to have handy around because you can beat the shit out of it.
There you go.
Okay, do it one more time for me and Bernadette.
There you go.
There you go.
I get so nervous because he gets so close to the microphone.
I ain't gonna hit the mic. I got it targeted now. I
That's
took him
all right,
down
you'll
from up
keep
here
it
because I
back.
didn't want to
Thank
touch the
you.
mouth. But that brings up that important point. It's not only me out here using my voice. It is Randy Kervin. It is our own Velda Snyder, Blue Dot Grandma. It's Leo Sahaki with Biker Wisdom. There is a number of people out here using their voice. I want you to support them as you support me. This family grows because of the people that use their voice. And besides that, where in the hell else are you going to find such fine entertainment on a Thursday night? It is worth every damn dime you pay. No, it's we enjoy this family and we love to watch it grow. I want to thank those that donated tonight and those that subscribed to our channel. We appreciate it tremendously. Those in the chat that joined us: Ben, Bernadette, Andy, of course, John I. Fly, S.C. Smith, and our own Velda Snyder. We appreciate it very much for y'all coming in. You're what makes the show. And on that note, those in the chat out there on Facebook and YouTube, make a friend, make a comment to somebody. Make this family cohesive, baby. That's what we want. And outside of that, I love every one of y'all. Take care. Stay in the fight, baby. It's going to take every one of us. And on that note, y'all say goodnight.
Good
Good
night.
Good night, everybody.
There you go, baby.
Peace
Blue Dot
out.
Have a
family.
good one.
There you go. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all later. Bye.